When Qāḍī Abū Bakr al-Bāqillānī arrived at the Byzantine court as the envoy of the Muslim ruler Adud al-Dawla, the emperor's men first tried to humiliate him. They ordered him to remove his turban and footwear before entering. Al-Bāqillānī refused. He said he was a scholar of the Muslims, not a servant to be degraded, and that Islam had honored him, not lowered him. The emperor backed down and let him enter as he was. Then came the second trap. The entrance to the emperor's chamber had been deliberately made so low that anyone entering would have to bow. Al-Bāqillānī instantly understood the trick, so he turned his back and entered backwards, refusing to bow his face toward the throne. In that moment, the emperor realized this was no ordinary man. Then the debate began. The emperor first attacked the Muslim belief in the splitting of the moon. If it really happened, he asked, why did not the whole world see it? Al-Bāqillānī answered that not everyone sees every heavenly event. Only those in position to witness it do. Then he struck back. Christians believe in the heavenly table, yet not all nations saw that either. A priest was called in, and he admitted that celestial events are not seen by all peoples equally. That objection collapsed. Then the emperor asked the heart of the matter. What do Muslims say about Jesus? Al-Bāqillānī replied, Jesus is the Spirit of Allah, His Word, His servant, His prophet, and His messenger, created by Allah just as Adam was created. He made it clear that Muslims honor Jesus immensely, but do not call him the Son of God. When the emperor pressed him, Al-Bāqillānī answered with devastating logic. If Jesus is literally the Son of God, then who is his father, grandfather, brother, uncle? He forced the claim into its absurd implications. The emperor then pushed what seemed to be his strongest proof. Can a mere servant raise the dead, heal the blind, and cure the leper? Al-Bāqillānī answered, no prophet performs miracles by independent power. Miracles happen only by Allah's permission. Even the Quran states that Jesus did these things by Allah's leave, not by his own divinity. Then he turned the argument around. If miracles prove someone is God, then why was Moses not called divine for splitting the sea and turning his staff into a serpent? The logic was crushing. The emperor tried again. He claimed that earlier prophets used to supplicate to Christ. Al-Bāqillānī dismissed it instantly. Any community could make the same unsupported claim for its own prophet. A Jew could just as easily say Christ prayed to Moses. A mere claim proves nothing. Then came the most famous moment of all. In a grand gathering, the chief bishop entered before the emperor and the elite of the court. Al-Bāqillānī greeted him politely, then asked in front of everyone, "How are your wife and children?" The room recoiled in horror. To them, it was outrageous even to suggest that such a church leader had a wife and children. Al-Bāqillānī struck immediately. You find it shocking to say that of a bishop, yet you do not find it shocking to attribute wife and son to God? With one sentence, he exposed the contradiction in a way the whole court could feel. No answer came. Another exchange targeted the doctrine of incarnation itself. Al-Bāqillānī asked, in effect, when Christ was seized and crucified as you claim, did the divine know and willingly submit, or did it not know? If it did not know, that destroys divinity. If it did know and still entered into that fate, what does that say about divine wisdom? Again, the court had no satisfying reply. By the end, the bishops did not want to defeat him. They wanted him gone. According to the report, the patriarch advised the emperor, fulfill his mission, honor him, send him away quickly, because if he stays longer, he will become a danger to our religion. And that is exactly what happened. Al-Bāqillānī left honored, his mission granted, after walking into the palace as their target and leaving as the man they could not answer.